Money FM 89.3. Best of Friday Night Live. Thank goodness it's Friday.
All right, welcome to Friday Night Live with me, Danko and Neil Humphreys, and it is time for the fitness segment. Thank fitness, it's Friday. Neil.
Yes.
Today we're turning to a topic that would pretty much, I think, affect a lot of us in our lives, right? A lot of people in our lives, specifically, the older generations, and specifically to ladies as well. We're talking about menopause, which is often seen as a slow decline that makes women feel lost in the fitness world. Now, it's described as a stage of a woman's life when her menstrual periods stop permanently. And it is a normal part of aging, but it happens normally between the age of 45 and 55, and the process may last for several years. And this is a period where, I think a lot of them also experience, weight gain and mood swings as well. But how exactly do we combat that? Well, today we've got the best person in the house to tell us exactly the science behind it all and some of the ways you can plan your workout to combat these issues that you may face during your menopausal period. So we're inviting on the show Annabelle Yeoh, an ACE certified trainer, a former SEA Games athlete, and a trainer at Surge Personal Training Gym. Good evening, Annabelle. Thanks for joining us today. How are you doing?
Hey guys, thanks for having me. Can't think of a better way to spend my Friday nights.
Absolute pleasure. Absolute pleasure.
It is our pleasure.
And it's not often on this show anyway, we've got someone who's ticked so many boxes.
Yeah.
You're a
Thank
personal trainer, you're an expert in handling and doing one-on-one sessions with women who are going through their periods and so on when it comes to this issue. But also you're a Malaysian national swimmer. Tell us a little bit about that first.
Wow. Well, I actually went into sports because I think my parents want me to have some form of achievement because I wasn't excellent in school. My grades weren't perfect. But I did. I did really well in school. When it comes to sports, I was on track and I was swimming. I started with the school and then went on to the state and then national. So actually it was a surprise. I wasn't expecting it wasn't my dream to be an athlete.
Yeah.
It just happened. And I was good at it, so I just kept going and reached my peak, and that was that. So never did it professionally, right? As you can see, I went to school in the States, and I quit. So that was the end. But it was a great experience. I think having gone through that as a child really built me up, gave me the discipline and grit that I have used in my later life.
Yeah.
So that has been a really great experience. I would definitely highly recommend people put their kids through sports.
Absolutely.
Are you hearing this, parents?
Yep.
Are you hearing this? But yeah, it's certainly quite inspiring to know how you've managed to, reach the level of a national athlete. I think not a lot of us can say that. Not Neil and I, that's for sure.
SEA Games athlete.
SEA Games athlete.
Yeah.
Now, how did you get into the shift to personal training then, from where you are?
Oh, okay. That's a very good question because I moved to Singapore 3 years ago for a marketing job, actually. I was a marketer for 10 years. So I was in the corporate rat race for, half of my life, I would say. And I have always loved fitness. It hasn't really been something that I thought I would do so soon. It was a goal that I have for later in life. But things happened, job didn't work out, and I found myself at a crossroads of I could either find another job and hate it, or I could do what I love and see how it goes. And I went to the second path, and here I am 3 years later. Surge has been amazing at giving me the opportunity. They are the first gym that I started with. I was actually training clients virtually during COVID.
Oh.
So I actually already been coaching for a while. I was just juggling 2 jobs. So Surge was the first in-person gym I worked for, and it's in Singapore, of all places.
Yeah.
So it's been an amazing journey, to be honest. The company is great. The culture is great. And I think it's a great place for trainers who are starting out to be in that environment, to have that mentorship, to have that training in order for them to be able to step out and, really fly in their career. So,
Nice.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you say you work for the Surge Personal Training Gym.
Yes,
And
I
you
do.
mentioned off air there's 2 branches now.
Yeah, there are 2.
branches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you are an ACE certified trainer. So
Yes.
for our listeners, 2 things. Tell us what that means, being an ACE certified trainer, and what you do as a Surge personal trainer.
Well, yeah, we're acing it, not being to be cheesy, but basically, so ACE, there are two major governing bodies of certifications in the world. One of them is ACE and one of them is NASM. They are just general certifications that all trainers would take when they're first starting out as a trainer. Obviously, after that, you can go on and do more certifications. Like right now, I am also a Pilates instructor. I'm certified in Pilates.
Nice.
To be honest, also like a lot of my menopausal clients are also doing Pilates with me because it really helps them to give them a little bit of a way of challenging their body in a different way.
Yeah.
Not just in strength training, but also in other things that helps them to build the flexibility and mobility as well in that area. And also joint health. So I think that is something that ties in very nicely with strength training. That's why I went into the certification. And I think I'm always the kind of person that sees like what value can I bring to my clients? What more value can I bring instead of what I have right now?
Yeah.
So as much as value as we can give as personal trainers, why not go for it and continuously educate ourselves in the field? Because the field is always changing. It's always evolving. So trends are always coming and going. We have to educate ourselves as trainers in the service industry. That's just how it is. So yeah, that's where I have started and now where I am.
Wow, that's fascinating to know how you made a shift. I think not a lot of personal trainers out there can say that they know a variety of exercises besides the gym to train their clients with. So on the topic of menopause, let's dive a little bit deeper into it. So tell us the science behind it all. How does it exactly affect a woman's or anyone's health in general when they hit this phase? And in terms of fitness, physical fitness and overall health, what kind of signs or effects do they start to experience?
Yeah, so basically for menopause, it's, as you already mentioned earlier, it happens to women mostly in their 40s and 50s. And it's a natural process, right? It's how it's defined is when a woman loses a period for consecutive 12 months. So that's where you can call it the menopause. And a lot of people are starting to be more aware of this, but menopause just doesn't happen overnight. It's like something that gradually happens, could be years, could be even 10 years. I've had clients who have had symptoms for 10 years before it actually happens. And that's called perimenopause. So this is something that it's like in your 40s, they experience that already. And then that's when they start getting, hot flashes and like sleep disturbances and all that stuff. But physiologically, as in like changes in your body, is that they would feel a loss of bone density. Also, estrogen dips. Of course, when you are going to menopause, your estrogen levels will dip as well. And hormonal changes is crucial in this phase. And when your estrogen dips low, that's when muscle maintenance becomes a little harder. And that's why a lot of women will come to us having like weight gain in areas they don't understand how they got there. Like I have a client who came to me and she's like, I have no idea. It's like overnight I've just put on weight on my hips. It's like I don't know where this fat comes from. I have no idea.
They've been eating normal.
Yeah,
everything's
normally
the same, but
everything's normal. Like there's no change in your lifestyle, but like fat is just accumulating in places where they have never seen before.
Yeah.
And this is not because they have eaten something or anything, or it's just because it's just hormones that's working against you, basically. So yeah, so generally, besides just the sleep and the bone density and the muscle mass loss, there's also obviously mood changes as well, along with the hormonal changes. I don't know whether you guys have partners who usually have like moody swings like during their periods, and this is also part of the process.
I've got three sisters at home.
It happens, start throwing things and then start like, going to a mood. Yeah, that happens. So I would say these are the very common occurrences. One thing also I realized is that some of my clients also experience joint pains. Again, unknown reasons. They'll come in, like they'll great one day, and then next session they come in, they have like elbow pain. They don't even know how it got there. Joint pain, because as I said, as estrogen level drops, you lose lubrication in your joints. Cartilage loss happens as well. So that's when all these things just tie in together. And honestly speaking, they're all related. So
fascinating. So you mentioned there muscle loss, muscle wastage, joint difficulties.
Yeah.
So menopausal clients come to you.
Yeah.
What are some of the routines or exercises that you work on with them that seems to really work specifically for folks dealing with the menopause?
Yep. So generally, this is a good question because a lot of times when they come to us, there's a reason why, right? Because these clients obviously probably have tried a lot of things. They have tried cardio, maybe upping their cardio. So general weight loss is that more cardio, eat less. That's how people want to do.
Calorie deficit.
Yeah, to lose weight. That's what they know.
Yeah.
But the moment when they step into the gym and say, I need to strength train, there must be a reason why they would decide on the spot to strength train when they have no experience strength training at all. Because strength training can be quite intimidating for women who have never done it before. Stepping into the gym is already like pretty much an achievement for a lot of them, to be honest, especially in your 40s and 50s. That's why I think a lot of times they start with personal training, because it's a safer space. It's like a more enclosed space. It's not like a public gym where you get like people looking at you and they feel like self-conscious. So that's where they step into our gym, and then this is where the magic happens, because at this point is that they are already aware that strength training is the thing that works. And honestly, the process we go through with these clients are the same as we go through with any of our clients. We do an assessment. We see where they're at in terms of like the fitness level, strength, balance, mobility, where they're at. We do an assessment on them. We look at where they are at in terms of their body fat percentage right now, where are they starting off from. And then from there, we create a strength training program. So this program, I would say that unless they have some form of injury or some form of like bone-related disease like osteoporosis and osteoarthritis, which is also quite common with women with who are menopausing, because again, bone density loss, it happens. So this is when we need to focus on, say, weight-bearing exercises, right? Help them to bear more weight on those joints and bones so that it strengthens them. And like strength training is, I would say, really, not because I work in this field, but honestly is the most beneficial for women with menopause. I would say that it actually helps to build muscle, increases metabolism as well, and also increases your bone density in the entire circle. And again, with all of these in play, you eventually will be able to manage your weight, because having all this, having the strength, protecting your joints, having less injuries, less risk of falling. Definitely you'll be able to manage your weight a lot better in terms of like increasing your metabolism and things like that. So
nice. Can you tell us a bit more about the approach then, how you craft specific workouts? Are there like specific parts of the body that you feel like people who go through menopause should focus on? Specific muscles that they should build up on? And what do you say to, how the things that they should be careful of?
So I would say the program, honestly speaking, is really the same, unless, again, as I said, as they have some injuries or some exercise they can't do. Like I have some clients who have shoulder issues or elbow issues, they can't do certain things like pressing exercises, then that's when we need to modify. But generally, we focus on full body exercises for these clients just because it's more effective. You work your entire body, anterior posterior chain, your legs, chest, core, back, and all these different muscle groups. So the key thing here is to strengthen all parts, especially the muscles around the joints, right? So joints, I would say, it would be like very popular joints that always get injured would be like your elbows, your knees, your hips. These are very, very common areas. So that's when you need a mix of upper and lower body movements. Also knowing what kind of rep and set ranges to work with. So a lot of times we focus on like moderate weight with like 2 to 3 reps, 10 to 15 reps, just to get them to build more muscle. So the key thing here is to try to build more muscle during this time. And also try to incorporate more functional movements like squats, lunges, hinges, carries. So things that they would probably be useful for them in their daily activities, whether it's climbing stairs or like picking up something from the shelf, things like that. So these are some of the things that we incorporate. And in the meantime, we don't really do cardio in the gym just because of time, because we want to maximize the 1 hour that they have with us. So we do recommend them doing cardio outside of the gym. And the thing is, you don't even have to do like high intense cardio, like HIIT, right? I mean, if you love doing that, you have no pain, no joint pain, go for it. But honestly, all we need is just like, low impact cardio, like brisk walking, you know, and swimming. Most of my clients swim, cycle, and things like that. So
pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, pretty much. Actually, it's the same. It really is the same. It's just about how a lot of them, obviously, depending on, again, what their level is, like beginner or intermediate. And a lot of them, if you talk about weight management, then it's a diet, right, as well. So you're going to make sure that they're eating the right diet too. So that also comes into play more for the weight loss side of things.
Fantastic. Great advice there. And to finish now, we're going to get something more from you. We want some quick fire fitness tidbits from you for our listeners. 1-word answers or 1-sentence answers, lightning round.
Just off the top of your head.
Super 6 fitness tidbits. Here we go. I'll kick it off. What's your typical weekly gym routine look like?
Okay, so I train about 6 days a week, upper, lower. I do train a lot just because I work in the gym and also because it seems like a lot, but honestly it's only like 1 hour sessions a day. So
that's
it's
nice.
not a lot.
Okay, what's your favorite healthy meal and why?
Ooh, I do love baked salmon, a cod, with sauteed kale and mushrooms. That's my favorite. I actually do love it. It's not because it's healthy, but because I do love eating.
Win-win.
fish.
Win-win.
Yeah, it's a win-win situation.
All right. What's your favorite workout exercise?
All right, bench press.
Oh,
only
wow.
because I'm really good at it, and I'm
Wow,
really
that's
increasing.
new. Normally, I was expecting a squat or something, or like lunges.
Like legs, is it? Because women do love working their lower body.
Yeah.
In a way, yes. But
Wow.
I'm a very strength focused person.
Yeah.
So whatever that I can build strength in, I love it.
Nice,
So
I like that.
bench
Okay,
press.
now gym etiquette.
This is my favorite.
Yeah, here's the favorite. What is one thing that gym users should do better? One thing that annoys you about people in the gym?
We have a long
Sharing.
list.
Sharing. Have
yeah.
you seen these guys or these women sitting at one machine for hours on your phones
Yep.
and not moving?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
My other favourite is when they're on a bench, but they've got some dumbbells with them, and they've got their towel on something else because they're doing 3 stations at once. We'll share the
so they
stations.
put towels on each station, right?
Got half a dozen
One
dumbbells.
towel there, and then a water bottle here, and then a phone at the other end of the room.
Oh dear. Right, to finish this off, great stuff. What's your number one health and fitness tip?
Focus on consistency over perfection, I
Okay.
would say. Yeah,
Oh,
consistent daily habits every day.
Wonderful.
Fantastic. It's been such a pleasure to have you on with us talking all about, menopausal periods and how women can enjoy their lives a lot better during the age of menopause and kinds of workouts that you should be taking note of to combat these symptoms that you may suffer from. Keep it right here with us on Money FM 89.3. We've been speaking to Annabelle Yeoh, an ACE certified trainer, a former SEA Games athlete and a trainer at Search Personal Training Gym. Thanks for joining us, Annabelle.
Thank you. Thank you
And
for
just
having me.
finally, if anybody wants to get in touch with you, where should they go?
Search.
Well, that was easy. On Instagram, Facebook.
Search us on Instagram. We have our own website, beautiful website with all our trainers on it. So check us out. Instagram, website.
Yep.
Come to our locations.
Yeah,
we have one on Anson Road and one at Newborough. So,
That's SURGE. Search, not
SURGE.
search. Yeah.
yeah, not
All right.
search. Search.
All right.
Beautiful.
And that's all we have
Perfect.
for Thank Fitness. It's Friday.
To listen to more great interviews, download our podcasts at audio.sg or download the audio app. That's AWEDIO, audio at the App Store and Google Play.